Hope you understood this. Then what is that domain lookup? Domain lookup is what? Domain lookup is nothing but, as we discussed in the first itself, the systems are cannot understand names. Names like cdac.in, mighty.gov.in, mighty.gov.in. These websites, the computers cannot understand when you are writing in the address format. These are can understand only IP addresses 196.1.109.19 or 173.1, 173.1. These are the addresses only the computers can understand. So I don't know if they are exactly this IP address belongs to them or not. It's only for example only we consider these IP addresses. So sometimes what happened, the domain lookup is used to resolve name to IP. Resolve name to IP. This is the name and this IP belongs to this mighty.gov.in. Sometimes mistimed commands also attempts to resolve. So if we are not using DNS or domain lookup by your switch or people, so that automatically should be disabled. That disable can be done. So same thing, config. It works on config itself. No IP domain lookup. Domain lookup. So this is what the command you have to give it. And exactly you have to say which IP name server you are running. You may be having primary DNS, secondary DNS. You don't want to run. Am I right? You don't want to run on all services. You may be running on a particular services. In that case, IP name, IP server or server name and IP address you need to display in this. So now SSH. SSH is what? Secured shell. And third day you have learned about the secured shell. So use SSH instead of telnet. See, telnet is basically clear communication. Am I right? The telnet is clear communication. Suppose if you are doing a, from your system to a server telnet, terminal emulation, all data which is traveling among these two connections, including usernames and passwords, everything can be seen because it's a clear communication. If you collect the packets, you can see both. So before using, suppose that's what we always recommend, use secured shell. For SSH capability, the switch must have recently updated iOS, and network administrator must configure the switch with the following command names like host name, IP, domain name, and cryptography generates area generators. And the otherwise also there are two parameters named for the keys, that is like a switch.cdac lab and the size of the key modules. What is the size your key size you are using? 1024 bit, 512 bit. And here I can ask one question. Here you people are using SSL, HTTPS. What is that bit? What is the size of bit of that particular SSL which you are using and you are feeling that they were very much secured and proven to be secure? So what is that bit? How many bits? You just type in chat box so that we'll come back to that. But however, generating the keys in switch like in establishing SSH, so you have to as usually you know that switch config, this is what that command for configuring the you require this. So you simply type crypto key generate RSA. The RSA is what? RSA is algorithm which you please search in your Google RSA algorithm. You will understand about the RSA. So these are the keys RSA will be created. And once first it immediately once you run this command, it will come now name, the name for the keys will be that's switch name and how many bits in the module. It say that 512, how many modules 512 and question mark. And if you wanted to change it to 124, you can say 124. So once if it is setting, it you will get a message like a generating RSA keys, and finally okay once it is generated. Then you have to create an extended access list. Extended access list after creating keys and use transport input SS command. Set the privilege level 0 to execute timeout period 9 minutes and 0 seconds to cut off inactive connections, and use the login command to enable local account hacking checking. Sorry. So that would be like in a no access list 101. Anyway, we upload this PPT. You can see in the PPT no access list 101. The main router and firewall, the difference is that in firewall more access list would be there. Otherwise router is a lesser access list because router is at third layer, switch at second layer, repeater is first layer, and gateway device are fourth layer onwards. Even application fourth, if 7 layers also there. So anyway, final fourth layer also. So there are commands no access list 101, access list 1 remark permit SSH access from. So you required some knowledge on how to configure the switch and how to configure the SSH. Otherwise, we will give a lab in this. You can connect security skills dot in dot VLab. And I understood so many members are given a common mail ID so that if you can share with your individual official mail ID either gov.in or nic.in, so we will create user ID and your email ID is itself user ID and there is no password. This was we enabled for your benefit, so not to remember passwords, but you required an email ID where you will get an immediately internet immediately OTP so that you can see OTP and you can register your lab whenever you want, and in the registered time you can get access number of labs. So second one is telnet service, which we are talking about, that telnet services clear communication so that anybody can see this communication if they are part of your network or between you two systems. So that is where you need to disable and restrict telnet access to switch. You have to remove it and configure extended access list and transport input telnet command and using login command. So similarly disable SNMP server. SNMP is nothing. SNMP is again the protocol simple network management protocol, SNMP. Simple network management protocol, where you use it majorly for network monitoring, like a ping command. How you look about the system, all network devices you can monitor. So version 3 used cryptographic access to secure community string, so that SNMP version 3 is more secure than version 1. How do you do write a command? Same config. So no SNMP server hyphen server. Then Control Z, so that the SNM server would be disabled. This router cannot be connected to any management system, and anything you want forward. So if it is forward, you will know that what type of communication, so that you may like to attack them. Then moreover, HTTP server is also there. You know what is HTTP. There is no need to discuss. Every day you are accessing through HTTP. It gives web interface to the internet, because switches are in hardware. Am I right? Switches are hardware. And there is no interface like monitor to enter commands. So now you need to connect it to the network, part of network. And from network, you can access from your admin system, you can access configure. Then if no HTTP server is there, that will be opened in the browser, and you can configure the command. Am I right? So for configuring GUI, you required HTTP server at switch, enable server switch, so that directly you can give the access of that server switch through their IP address from this desktop itself. Easy to configure, plain text data transfer, so that instead of using HTTP, better use SSH or HTTPS. HTTPS is more secure than HTTP, and SSH is more secure than Telnet. Telnet and HTTP are clear communication. So, but if you enable this HTTP server in switch or router, so anybody also know that IP address, and they can access through a web interface. That's what we always recommend. HTTP server should be disabled in switches and router. So that's commanding is no IP HTTP server. If you want to configure again, you always start. If anything you are configuring through web, you start by giving IP HTTP server and Control Z.